Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Page 3 of the work. I stop at where I said, what do we mean by saline solution? So saline solution is 9 grams of salt. If you get a salt, 9 grams, you now measure 9 grams of that salt. You now put it in 1 liter of water. 9 grams of salt per 1 liter of water. You will now get what we call saline solution. Yeah, so what do we mean here? If you put 9 grams of salt per 1 liter of water, you will not even hear the taste. So that's why we say pure water, yes, is also on the line in the absence of those things. Drip water is expensive. You see? You see? So you can use very clean water. It will do the same work. So you will wash the testes. If you wash that reproductive organs, that is the testes. We call it testes, we call it milt. Yeah. So you will now wash the testes with that water very well, so that there will be no small blood as a result of bringing them from the where the intestines are gathered together. So as you put on and remove. Yeah, this is manual process. Yeah, so when you remove it, you wash it. When you wash it, then you will now, those your eggs, you will now open it with razor blade. You will see it's a milky, it's a testis milky that is inside. You will now pour it on top of the eggs, inside that small rubber or basin or container. So when you pour it, the two, even one segment of the testis can fertilize all the eggs. So you put the two. So when you put the two, or you put one, all of them will work. Then you will now already you prepare your balls or your rubbers that can contain like 25 to 35% of liter of water. 20 jerry can of water you pour inside. Yes, you will now maybe 30 liter or 40 liter or 50 liter, or you are using smaller tank. Then you will now spread a mosquito net on top of it. If you spray mosquito net in the water, on top of the water, then you will now, after putting the eggs and the sperm, that is the milk, or the testes, as you open the testes, you pour it inside. So immediately after dropping, fertilization has started. Yes. So you will now add some water inside and use what we call a feather to turn it, so that if you put like 2 pure water inside or 1 pure water inside, 2 pure water is too much. At least half pure water or 1 pure water inside. The water can come up, or maybe you put very small or half pure water, so that you will now turn it like this, so that every wire of the eggs can catch the fertilization, that is the union of the male and the female organs. Yeah. Every egg will get very well to start the fertilization immediately after hatching. That is immediately after adding the male and the female, after adding the male organ, that is the milk, that is the sperm inside the eggs, fertilization started taking place. So you will now go and spread them on top of the mosquito net while in the water. Yeah. So you will now use something or like a stick and push the net small so that let the water cover the top of the egg. The egg must be inside the water while on top of mosquito net. So you will now give it 24 hours to 32 hours. By the grace of God, come and see. Small hatchlings, small fishes will start coming out from there. So when they started coming out, minimum of 2 days, you will see plenty fish, or you will see a lot of fish there. Yeah. So it is from there that the management of fisheries is much concerned. How are you going to raise them? That is management, hatchery management, fisheries management. They are deeply concerned on how to raise those small things to become alive and grow for our own benefit. Yeah, so it is from there you will be reducing the water small. For those that have some money, they will do a construction, maybe piping construction under the bowl and put some net under so that water will be passing out. The dirty water will be passing out while the fresh water from the borehole will be coming in. So when you look at that one, you hardly see dirty inside. So after 3 days, within 3 days, they will be eaten from their umbilical cord, from their yolk sac. So it was after 3 days that you will start feeding them with what we call atemia. What do we mean by atemia? Atemia is a powder feed, just like a baby feed. Baby feed that is powdered, like this milk, powder milk. Also, fish has their own. The hatchlings has their own. So after that 3 days, the 4th day, you will go and buy atemia. Atemia, as I mentioned, is powder feed. That if you buy it, when you open it, you will now put small, very tiny, very small like this, and put inside the water. you will see it as powder form, but the fish will see it at a live form. The fish will see it as very, very small microorganisms derived from those phytoplanktons or those zooplanktons. So they will be struggling to capture it. Even though they are 40 days, they are in a 4th day to fifth, maybe to 5th day, to 6th day, to 7th day, that they will be seeing something that can enter their mouth and they will eat it. That you that is doing the work, spreading the powder, you are not seeing anything moving there. You only see that you are spreading a powder. But the fish is seeing them live. Yeah. So, for those that they want to try this with rubber, they can be removing the water gradually, maybe with a cup. When the water get down, then you now refill it gradually without shaking the small hatchlings, because they don't need stress. They don't want wahala. They don't want current of the water to be turning them from here to there, except as their own wish. So that is why care must be taken to avoid some kind of problems. Yeah. So you feed them with this Artemia salina within 2 weeks. 2 weeks minimum, maximum 3 weeks. Then you will now, by changing the water, or siphoning the water, siphoning the dirty water, and while additional good water is entering. So after like 3 weeks, then you will now introduce this. You will see them plenty fish. So after 3 weeks, you will now introduce 0.2 mm, 0.2 millimeter, possibly of Coppens, blue crown, alaqua, or foreign feeds, anyone, scratchings, as the case may be, or if possible, you can also formulate your own feed by getting crayfish. When you get a crayfish, condensed crayfish, you will now formulate your feed. Yeah, and they will eat. They will eat. You add it even with eba and crayfish. Put for them, they will be picking it. Yes. See? But all what we consider here is for you to make sure the water will go clean. Yeah. And other means of feed, because they have already entered into what we call fingerlings, 3 weeks to 1 month, fingerling stages. So anything they come across and they are in a number, so they will pick it. And it is at that stage they need much proteinous food. So that is why crayfish that you are seeing is much proteinous. Yeah. So even the artemia is also much proteinous. Yeah. So from there, once they reach 1 month plus, maybe additional 2 weeks, you give them this 0.2. From there, 2 weeks, you begin to give them 1 mm or between 0.8 to 1 mm. So you will see gradually 2 mm, 3 mm, 4 mm, 5 mm. You see, till growing. The fish will be growing for you. From the fish you hatch, 1 male and 1 female, for instance, you get a 50,000 fish. If at all there are mortalities, maybe you may produce around 20 to 25,000 fishes, small fishes. And how much do you buy the broodstock, the male and the female? Possibly the male 10,000 or 5,000, the female 5,000, 10,000. If you bring the injection from their head, easy for you. If you buy from chemist or pharmacist, you reserve the remaining for future work. So, if at all you use your bowl in the house, you buy net, you buy artemia, conduct it in your house. It's possible. Before you know it, you will have extra amount of income for you and for your family. Yeah. So, in many countries around the world, fish farming is a very, very conducive and important business. Because especially those in the area of industrial fishing, where they use a trawler to be fishing on the sea, on the ocean, with agreement. Those trawlers that can come from international communities to come to your river, to come very closer to your country rivers, where possibly Atlantic stopped to be fishing. They are making billions of dollars, some countries in the world, just like America, China, India, Vietnam, Norway, etc. They fish through their industrial fisheries and they are making money. Yeah. So also from your house or from your home, you can still make money to supplement your income, to add to your income. Yeah. So please, my dear people round the globe, right from my village down to anywhere of the world, try to engage yourself in a fish farming. Yes. So you will one day begin to tell a story. So what I just discussed now was just a primary aspect of how to hatch a fish. We will continue from next phase. That is going to be a phase 4 on how to be looking, how to be doing, how to be following, how to be watchful until your fish grows successfully. All those marketing outlets, all those fish infections, all those advices, all those designs, all those engineering designs of the ponds, all those how to set your farm, fish farm, all those challenges, everything on fish farming. By His grace, gradually, we are going to put you through from time to time. So, thank you very much and see you next. Thank you.